Shadows stretch across the floor, a dance of ghosts we've seen before. Whispers linger in the air so thin, a fragile world we're living in. The clock is ticking louder now. Time bends but won't allow. Elegance in ashes, beauty in the fall. When everything is crumbling, we still stand tall. The fire's gone, but the glow remains. Elegance in ashes, born from the pain. Broken mirror, shattered skies, a mosaic made from all the lies. Every crack tells a story untold, a masterpiece carved from the coal. We rise from ruins, hearts ignite, a flicker burns through endless night. Elegance in ashes, beauty in the fall. When everything is crumbling, we still stand tall. The fire's gone, but the glow remains. Elegance in ashes, born from the pain. A polished shoe on cobblestone. The city whispers when you're alone. Buttoned up tight, color pressed high. Not a wrinkle, not a sigh. Hands in pockets, time moves slow. A gentleman walks where others go. A gentleman never runs. He strides under the sun. Let the world chase the clock. He won't tick, he won't talk. A gentleman never runs. Rain falls soft, the pavement shines. Each step measured, drawing lines. Umbrella twirl
a quiet flare, dignity dances in the air. Let the crowd rush, let them flee. A gentleman's calm is the key. A gentleman never runs. He strides under the sun. Let the world chase the clock. He won't tick, he won't talk. A gentleman never runs. Run. A gentleman never runs. He strides under the sun. Let the world chase the clock. He won't tick, he won't talk. A gentleman never runs.
Ashes fall like broken dreams. Smoke curls up in jagged streams. The night don't care about my sins. It only whispers where I've been. I light one up to feel the burn, but it's your name that makes me turn. Cigarettes and regret, they're all I've got, they're all I get. The taste of you still on my breath. Cigarettes and regret. Streetlights hum a mournful tune. The stars are ghosts behind the moon. Every drag a memory fades, but your shadow stuck, it always stays. I take a puff, the ember glows, but the fire in me only knows. Cigarettes and regret, they're all I've got, they're all I get. The taste of you still on my breath. Shadows crawl where the light won't go. Whispers scream, the winds don't show. The clock hands shake, but time won't slow. Damnation's due is calling for you. No place to run, no sky that's blue. Damnation's due, it's pulling you through a debt unpaid. Now the night owns you. Cracks wide, a silent plea. Roots like fingers claw the sea. Your name etched deep on the devil's tree. Ashes fall, the stars turn black. No forward steps, no turning back. Damnation's due is calling for you. No place to run, no sky that's blue. Damnation's due, it's pulling you through a debt unpaid. Now the night owns you. The river burns, no water flows. A hollow path where the lost souls go. Your breath is heavy, your shadow grows. shadow of the old oak spine. A whistle cuts through the tangled vine. The ground speaks soft, but it don't lie. Gentleman's Hollow, where the secrets sleep, where the roots run deep and the ravens weep. Gentleman's Hollow, it calls your name, but the echo's twisted, it's never the same. A lantern swings on a crooked hand. Tracks fade quick in the thirsty sand. The wind hums low like a preacher's song. Who buries love beneath the clay? Who makes the sky forget the day? Gentleman's Hollow, where the secrets sleep, where the roots run deep and the ravens weep. Gentleman's Hollow, it calls your name, but the echo's twisted, it's never the same. Ticks, but it's lost in time. A widow's laugh cracks, sharp as lime. The hollow holds what you can't confide. It keeps your goals, it keeps your pride. Gentleman's Hollow, where the secrets sleep, where the roots run deep and the ravens. A gentleman's hollow, it calls your name, but the echo's twisted, it's never the same. Broken glass on the hardwood floor, whiskey stains feel no more. Shadows stretch long and thin. I lose myself where I begin. Broken glass and bourbon nights, shattered dreams in neon lights. I can't tell wrong from right, just the hum of the dark in the fire. The jukebox moans a lonesome tune. The clock don't care, it's past ruin. Ashtrays full, hearts are bare. Ghosts are dancing in the smoky air. I hear the echoes, I hear them scream. Is it memory or just a dream? Broken glass and bourbon nights, shattered dreams in neon lights. I can't tell wrong from right, just the hum of the dark and the fire. It shows no face, only pieces, no embrace. Pour another, drown the ache, but even bourbon can't erase. top hat tilted, shoes in the rain, pocket full of nothing, dancing with the pain. Silver tongue sharp, but the jacket's torn. He's the kind of man the world would scorn. Gentleman of the gutter, bowing to the moon. Cigarette ashes, a whistle out of tune. Street-sized ballroom, stars his chandelier. Gentleman of the gutter, he'll disappear. Coins on the pavement, dreams in the dirt. Grin like a king, but a soul that's hurt. Tipping his hat to the ghost of chance. Life is a joke and he's in on the dance. Every shadow's a stage, every alley a throne. He's got nothing to lose, nowhere to call home. Gentleman of the gutter, bowing to the moon. Cigarette ashes, a whistle out of tune. Streets are his ballroom, stars his chandelier. Gentleman of the gutter, he'll disappear. He's the laugh in the thunder, the tear in the storm, a crumpled suit, a heart warm. The city hum his broken song, a place for him where he don't belong.
bent in the mirror under a dim light. It cuts my head, but I wear it still. A heavy circle chasing a bitter thrill. Oh, I got the broken crown blues. A throne I never meant to choose. King of nothing, queen of doubt. The world spins on while I burn out. Gold paint's peeling, rust creeps in. The weight of power, the weight of sin. I tried to fix it with glue and lies, but the cracks just laugh while the glue dries. Every jewel is a jagged tear, every victory an empty stare. Oh, I got the broken crown blues. Rain I didn't wanna lose. Scepters heavy, hearts worn thin. I rule the ruins of what's within. What's a crown without a kingdom? What's a king without his pride? I'm a ghost in royal shadows, with nowhere left to
Set the table with quiet grace, a single rose in a fragile vase, the wine untouched, the candles low, the air is heavy, it starts to show. It's a gentleman's way to break. No storms, no mess, no hearts
a shout or cry. A gentleman leaves with his head held high. The words they come like autumn leaves, softly falling. No one believes the smile I wear. It's paper thin, a mask to hide the storm within. No slamming doors, no shattered glass, just silence as the moments pass. It's a gentleman's way to break. No storms, no mess, no hearts to quake. A whisper goodbye, not a shout or cry. A gentleman leaves with his head held
tap soft on the window skin. A quiet fight I'm holding in my hands in pockets deep. I stand, the mirror knows, but it won't tell secrets. It keeps a private hell. A gentleman never cries, they say. He folds his pain and hides it away. But under time, no tears in his eyes. A gentleman never cries. The clock ticks loud in an empty room. A heart beats heavy, wrapped in gloom. But no one asks and I don't say. The shadows stretch, the slides down behind the hill. A quiet sigh, the world stands still. Shadows stretch like they're holding hands. I'm standing here, you're where I can. Goodbye, goodbye, in a soft voice, like a feather, like a choice. Goodbye, goodbye, in a soft voice, a whisper left with no noise. The clock's tired, hands don't point the way. I tried to fight, but time won't stay. Your silhouette fades into the blue. I can't catch what I once knew. I reach for words, but they dissolve like raindrops caught in a spinning globe. Goodbye, goodbye, in a soft voice, like a feather, like a choice. Goodbye, goodbye, in a soft voice, a whisper left with no noise. Did you feel the wind tug your name? Did it brush your cheek with no flame? Soft as the wings of a moth in flight, a fleeting touch, then out of sight. He walks in shadows, coat torn at the seam, a storm in his eyes, a fractured dream. Boots soaked in puddles, the thunder screams. The sky splits open, a jagged line. He tips his hat, says, this world ain't mine. Gentlemen's in storm, he dances with the rain, lightning on his shoulders, laughing at the pain. Gentlemen's in storm, a wild masquerade, spinning through the chaos, a debt unpaid. His cane strikes sparks on cobblestone streets, a whisper of danger in the rhythm of his feet. Umbrellas broken, but he doesn't retreat. Clouds curl around him, a lover's embrace. He smirks at the tempest, defying its face. Gentlemen's in storm, he waltzes with despair, coattails in the wind, like he doesn't care. Gentlemen's in storm, a tempest to his name, dancing with the thunder, playing with the flame. I hang my heart on the closet door, a different shade for every war. Blue for the silence, red for the fight, gray for the shadow that haunt the night. A tie for every goodbye, knotted tight so I don't cry. Loop it once and let it fall, memories hanging on the wall. The thread phrase where your words cut deep, a
a tangled mess where I can't sleep. Patterns clash, but I can't let go. Each goodbye is a fashion show. Why do we dress up our pain? Buttoned up, but it feels the same. A tie for every goodbye, knotted tight so I don't cry. Loop it once and let it fall. Memories hanging on the wall. Sorrow woven through, colors bleeding into blue. A necktie whispers like a noose, loose enough but still no use. A tie for every goodbye, knotted tight so I don't cry. Loop it once and let it fall. Memories hanging on the wall. Black boots on the cold, wet ground, echoes screaming without a sound. A shattered clock on the wall ticks twice. Time bends but never plays nice. Oh, the moon's a witness, the stars don't care. Are you running to or from despair? Dressed for the end in a midnight cold, carrying dreams that barely float. The sky's on fire, you just pretend you're dressed for the end, dressed for the end. Your shadow's longer than your name. Every step feels just the same. The streets are mirrors, they show no face. A ghost is lost in a crowded place. Dressed for the end in a midnight cold, the sky's on fire, but you just pretend you're dressed for the end, dressed for the end. loud, like a marching band. Every second felt like a mile, but I lost it somewhere in the wild. Go watch lost time falling through my hands like a broken rhyme. Go watch lost time. Who knew forever could slip so fine? I chased the sun, but it set too fast. Held the hourglass, but the sand won't last. In my pocket, a whisper, a chime, a memory fading, just lost time. I can't rewind. I can't rewind. The past is a thief with no design. Go watch lost time falling through my hands like a broken rhyme. Go watch lost time. Who knew forever could slip so fine? The gears don't turn in a dreamless night. No shadow to chase, no wrong to right. Time's a thief with velvet gloves, stealing moments I should have loved.
tied to all the laughter, tethered to the pain, a tapestry of moments tangled in the seams. Every stitch remembers holding on to dreams. Faded colors tell the tales of summer winds and winter gales. Frayed edges speak of time gone past, but the fabric's made to last. Pull the thread, don't let it fray. Keep the story, don't let it stray. Every stitch remembers, every thread remains, tied to all the laughter, tethered to the pain, a tapestry of moments tangled in the seams. Every stitch remembers,